In this lecture, we will learn about the basics of working with functions in Python. Functions, or methods, are blocks of code that can be reused throughout our program. They are a way to group the code so that it can be easily reused without having to type the same lines over and over again. Functions also come in handy if we want to make a change to a block of code. We can change it in the function body and won't have to make the change multiple times. Functions save us time and make our code more readable and manageable. In Python, a function starts out with the def keyword. Def stands for define and is used whenever we want to define a function. For example, we can define a print hi function that will output the string hi to the console. When we call our function, we type the function name, followed by parentheses, which tells our computer to execute all of the lines of code in the function body. When we run the code, you will notice that hi was printed to the console. Functions can also take in what we call parameters. A parameter is a variable passed into the function that lives only inside of that function. For example, we can write a print message function that accepts a message parameter, as shown here. One difference between Python and programming languages like Java and C# is that we don't need to specify the type before the name of the parameter. Python understands what type the variable is based on what type of value is passed in when the function is called. The message to be printed to the console is supplied when the function is called. Note that when a value for a parameter is being passed into a function, and that function is being called, it is referred to as an argument. So in the function definition, we would say we have a print message function that accepts a string parameter. In this function call, we would say that we are calling the function, passing in the argument hello world. Functions also have the capability of accepting multiple parameters. Don't worry, we will see plenty of examples of calling functions with all different types of parameters in this course. For now, just understand that functions are reusable blocks of code that we can write that can be called in our code easily by typing a one-line call to that function. Also understand that we can pass in variables that live only inside of the scope of these functions, which are called parameters. In the next lecture, we will learn about errors.